All right, let's try this again. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Prodigy Racing Network for the very first race of the Budweiser All-Star Series, this time from the Daytona International Speedway, the World Center of Racing for the Motul Breaks 300. And it's a beautiful day here in Daytona Beach, Florida. A beautiful 88-degree day down near the east coast of Florida, just north of Ormond Beach, south of Orlando. And we are ready as 25 of these, or 27 of these speed demons tackle the 2.5-mile super speedway. And let's get this underway. Let's head down to the grid for the Budweiser starting lineup. And first off, starting in row one, we have for Joe Gibbs Racing, starting on the inside row, Miranda Nagayan, driving the motorsport.com Toyota Camry. She'll be starting on pole today, alongside the 7 of Darren Claw for MPH Motorsports. After that, driving the Crypto.com Toyota Camry is the 19 of Paul Rivera, alongside his Joe Gibbs teammate number 18, Ryan Hill. After that's going to be the 1 of Jordan McClure for Tift Racing, alongside another Joe Gibbs entry of Greg Ramirez. After that will be the number 72 New Age Motorsports entry of Alex McCumber in the American Express Toyota Camry, alongside the Paul Menard Racing Chevrolet, the number 33 of Brian Cox. After that will be the 48 Family Dollar Chevrolet of Tracy Bennett. He's going to be starting alongside the number 2 car, the McDonald's Ford of Byron Martin. After that will be the MasterCard Chevrolet of the number 4 of Rick Taylor, coming out of Cincinnati, Ohio. He'll be racing alongside the 79 Pinnacle Bank Ford of Dennis Key from Midwest Racing. After that will be in the Weeble Camry will be the 71 out of Toronto, Canada, Sheldon Gatineau for New Age Motorsports. He'll be starting alongside the number 47 of Drew Foster, driving the Apple Chevrolet. After that, driving for the Green Dot Banking Chevrolet will be the number 5 of Nicholas Uffelman for Big Sky Racing, alongside the 21 Wood Brothers entry from Bangladesh, Chaudhuri Bhattacharya for Wood Brothers Racing. After that will be the number 77 of Travis Creighton for Potter Racing, alongside the number 45 of Ryan Apt for Conway Racing. After that will be the number 90 coming out of Mexico, Jesus Gonzalez, driving the Telcel Toyota Camry for Golden Gate Racing, alongside the number 67 of Michael Brewer for Potter Racing. After that will be the number 10 entry of Sam Fitzgerald for Pilger Racing, alongside New Age Motorsports driver Daniel Van Hewley, driving his Coinbase Toyota Camry. After that will be the number 50. After that will be the number 57 of Hayden Benning in his unsponsored Chevrolet for Potter Racing, alongside Wild Family Racing number 15, Daniel Walker. After that will be the number 85 for Golden Gate Racing, Carter Brown in his Toyota Camry, alongside the 3 of Jake Wild. And then finally rounding out the field will be the Paul Menard Racing entry, the number 27 car of James Garcia, as he'll be at the tail end of the field for today's race. Well, we got a massive field on hand today for a great day of racing here in Daytona Beach. Can't wait to see these cars go at it for the very first time this season. And here are your race facts presented by Xfinity. 40-lap race. The track, 2.5 miles long. This is going to amount to, well, the title says it's a 300-mile race, but in reality, it's more like a, I'd say maybe a 120-mile race, 120-mile or so race. And just to clarify, here on the Prodigy Racing Network, this is purely run by me. There are nobody has really claimed any drivers. These are all fictional drivers. We are setting up a website, though. There are driver profiles being set up for these guys to add to the immersion here, I suppose. But kind of just to give the feeling of a NASCAR broadcast here. And here we are, the Budweiser All-Star Series from Daytona. It's round 1 of a long season, and it's all starts here. Leading us to the green, Miranda Nagayan. Leading us to the green. Green flag in there. Here we are from Daytona. And expect a little bit of a slower start here for these guys. There's not really much of a incentive to really race too hard here in the opening stages of the race. Miranda Nagaya and that Joe Gibbs Racing Camry currently on the bottom, holding on to the first place position with Paul Rivera, her teammate, right behind her. And they are 2 by 2 coming onto the back straightaway. And here comes the 19 of Rivera trying to make a pass on the inside. He's being pushed by the 1 of Jordan McClure for that Tift Racing Ford Fusion. Looks like the Toyotas are just sticking together on top. So I've got 3 wide though, heading into turn 4. This could cause some sort of action here. We got 3 wide between one of the Paul Menard entries and a couple. I think the 5 and the 18 are up there, currently jostling for position. But 3 wide here toward the middle of the pack here. And some of the rejects, quote unquote, are also starting to bunch up 3 wide here, heading into the second lap of the race. And here we are, 3 wide here for the third, 4th, and 5th positions. This is going to potentially could breed a wreck. These cars are a little more, or these drivers are a little more inexperienced. So we're just going to have to see. But right now, it looks like they're continuing to hold on pretty nicely here. Three wide here toward the middle of the pack, and up toward the front we have a Chevrolet in the front. That's the MasterCard entry of Rick Taylor. But here comes a 5 trying to make his move now. Here comes the 5 of Nicholas Uffelman, his teammate, charging toward the front here. What a race on hand here in Daytona. Uffelman's going to take the lead. He's going to come up to the top side. And is he going to lead the lap? Yes, he will. But here comes the 47 of Drew Foster in that Apple Chevrolet. The Chevrolet is now starting to adjust a little toward the top here. They're going to go 3 wide here for the lead. And this is going to be interesting to see. But we got one of the slower teams, one of the more underfunded teams here. Travis Creighton is charging toward the front. The Potter Racing entry, making good on his run here, but he's being pushed by the Mexican of Jesus Gonzalez for Golden Gate Racing. Here comes Gonzalez on the bottom side. He's got room. Gonzalez is going to take the lead now. Here he is coming off into the flat part of the track. He's going to move up to the middle lane here, but he's still there with Uffelman on the top side. They're going to go 3 wide once again. And Gonzalez will lead that, Gonzalez will lead that lap. Uffelman will be second. But here comes Uffelman charging back up to the top side here. Using that momentum on that top side, but everyone's starting to move down to the middle or the low side of the track. Not much help on the top side. And that's going to give way for Travis Creighton here to take that position away. Actually, no, that might actually be Hayden Benning. So the Potter Racing entry is really starting to do good here in this race so far. But here comes at 15 of Daniel Walker. Tried to take the lead. Here comes the Coinbase Camry. And hold on. Oh. And there we go. There's 2 teammates right there battling. That's Sheldon Gatineau. And I believe Alex McCumber battling for the lead. No, that's not McCumber. That is Daniel Van Heulie. My bad. But they are still teammates battling for the lead here. And we're starting to come into the quarter mark of the race here. In about 5 laps, or we'll be a 4th of the way through. And here comes one of the entries, Michael Brewer, starting to make his way up to the front now. Brewer on the bottom side, the 71 keeping that middle lane going. He's hoping for something to happen on that middle lane, but I just don't think he can. I don't think he's going to be able to hold on here. And we're seeing a couple of those Potter Racing entries. Here comes that. Oh, the Paul Menard Racing teams are starting to do. They're starting to do a little bit of battle on the front here. Here comes the 27 of James Garcia, currently leading the race in that Paul Menard Chevy. And his teammate is not far behind him. There's that 33 of Brian Cox. He's on the bottom. He's currently in 5th right now. He's trailing that bottom lane. He's in that yellow car on the bottom. So just keep watching him here. Should be seeing him on the front here very shortly in this race. But the Chevys continue to dominate. It's an all-Chevy top 5. And here they are. They're going to take it 3 wide now. Here's where this is going to start getting hairy scared. The 67 a little too far up on the top side now. Bhattacharya now on the bottom. We can see the Bengali driver starting to take advantage of that bottom side as well. Yeah, here they are. They're starting to... Bhattacharya getting pushed by the 2 here. And that McDonald's car is still trying. And now the Fords are starting to get up into the top 5. It was an all-Chevy top 5 earlier in the race. Now it's Fords starting to come into play now as the 2 car of... as the 2 car of Byron Martin takes the lead. Now the 79 of Dennis Key now on the bottom. He has the lead in that Pinnacle Bank Ford, sorry. And this is looking pretty scary here. Oh, forcing a couple of those cars to go right down to the bottom. The 7 kind of went below the yellow line. It's a little bit loose there coming off the corner. And we're going to start seeing some dangerous moves as we get into the later part of the race. These cars will start to become a little more on edge, but here comes some of the more underfunded teams now at the back of the pack again here as they were at the start of the race. But we have Jordan McClure just sitting at the back for God knows whatever reason. He's not been having a good night. And we're going to go on board the 57 here. Just because why not? Still better than Fox's broadcasts. Okay. Yeah, that's about it. As you can kind of see how tightly knit these drivers are in this pack. Starting to see some of the faster cars. We're starting to see the Joe Gibbs driver, the 20, is back up there. So here we are. That 7 car. Still trying to hold on. Still side by side, heading into the tri-oval. And leading that lap will be the 20 of Greg Ramirez for Joe Gibbs Racing, alongside of Darren Claw. And he is driving, his sponsor is the title sponsor of today's race. He's currently up there on the top side, battling for the lead with that 20 car of Greg Ramirez. Take a look at our fastest lap presented by Xfinity. Currently that belongs to the Paul Menard Racing Chevrolet of James Garcia. So congratulations to him. A 45.124 is the fastest time of the race today. Uh-oh, what did I do? Okay, sorry. And now here we are. They're going to try to take it 3 wide. That 20's got absolutely no help. Uh-oh, sorry, that's not what I want. That's not what I wanted to do. Let's go on board with him real quick just to see. I wish there was a faster way to switch to the roof cam, but whatever. You know, it's all right. Oh wait, no, there is. There's that camera plug-in. Never mind. I'm stupid. But I meant with like the base game. I wish there was a way to do that. And just take a look at how closely these guys are racing. This is a very, very tight pack here. And you're doing this dance with at about 200 miles an hour. Keep that in mind. These guys are going balls to the wall in terms of their speed. Those safer barriers that you see on the side of the wall there aren't going to be much good if I mean these are, if you think about it, these are ARCA cars, so like, are they really that safe compared to NASCAR cars? Even so, it's NR 2003. It's not like somebody's going to get seriously hurt or something. But anyway, coming into lap number 16, we're starting to see the effects of wear now on these cars. The not the Coinbase, the Crypto.com Toyota currently has led a couple laps here in this race. A couple consecutive laps, rather. That's the 19 of Paul Rivera. Driving that Crypto.com Toyota. And now here we are, down the bottom. Here comes a move from Rick Taylor. And Taylor trying to take the lead away from Rivera. And Rivera's got absolutely no help on the top lane. He's got to rely. There we go. Now they're moving to the top lane. Now he's got a little bit of an opportunity. But right now, it doesn't look like there's much he can do. And now that 4's got no help, he's got to stay on that top side, because if he goes low now, he's going to get wrecked by the 48. Being driven by Tracy Bennett. Or, sorry. Wait a second. No, not sorry. That's the 18. My bad. That's Ryan Hill. I need to get my eyes checked. That is Ryan Hill in the Ruffles Toyota Camry. And here he is, leading a train of cars right behind him as we approach the halfway mark in this race. And whoever leads the halfway bonus, whoever leads the halfway gets an extra 5 bonus points. So that is going to be crucial for these drivers in a year-end point system. It's pretty important to get every point that you can get, whether that's from starting on pole or from, leading at halfway or leading the most laps or getting the fastest lap. It's all important to get those extra points. We don't have to worry about that for another 4 laps. 4 laps to go here, but when they cross the line, we're going to see... Sorry, 2 laps to go. What am I doing? I am so dumb. So 2 laps to go. A very interesting race here in Daytona. It's about to go 3 wide. Here comes the 57. I think that's Benning. No, that's the 87. Hold on. No, that's 67. My bad. Michael Brewer charging to the lead now. Oh, my bad. Let's see behind him. He's got a lot of company there. Here's on the top, or on that left side, Brian Cox. That Paul Menard Chevy is still right there. And watch right in the middle here. I don't like the way that they were kind of on each other's bumpers there. Looks like we're going to... Oh, this is dicey. This is going to be... This is the last lap to decide who's going to get the halfway bonus here. Right now, leading is the 27 of James Garcia's team owner Paul Menard. That is Brian Cox, my bad. His team owner, 2011 Brickyard 400 winner Paul Menard in attendance here. And he's going to watch his car get the halfway bonus, the first ever in the Budweiser All-Star Series. And that's your halfway winner right there, to 33 of Brian Cox. Now can he lead the lap that matters most? 20 laps to go here in Daytona. 20 laps. It's a long run here when you are a race car driver. 20 laps may not seem like much, but when you're in the car and you are under that much pressure, a 50-second lap can feel like an eternity. And even for viewers watching at home, if their favorite driver is leading the race, it can feel like even longer of an eternity. And I just want to highlight that 3 real quick, who is not doing too hot all race. That is Jake Wild, coming out of Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. He is not doing too well. The 19-year-old is just struggling. Oh, wait, no, sorry, that's the 2. He's actually, no, the 3 comes out of Ohio, I think. Yeah, he comes out of Kenton, Ohio, sorry. 22 years old out of Kenton. I'm glad I got his driver profile finished before this race. 22-year-old out of Kenton, Ohio, currently struggling with that 3 car, his family racing operation. His teammate currently up in front of him by a long shot. In fact, he was scored in the 5th position on that last lap, and the 3 is right now at the very back of the pack. So we're seeing who's the number 1 driver in that Wild Family Racing team. Even if it is a Lance Stroll situation where the last name is on whatever. But that 18 car, Joe Gibbs Racing, Coach Gibbs, carrying over his prowess in team ownership from the NASCAR Cup Series to this little ARCA style league. He's got his car up there in the front. His cars have been doing good all day. The 20 was up there in the front for a little bit. Miranda Nagayan, the 11, she started on pole. She's actually right there, 4th car on the bottom right there, and that number 11. She's had a solid race up to this point. And that is Ryan Hill in the Ruffles Toyota. Oh, we got a little bit of a shuffling in the back here. Got 2 cars up against the wall. That is the 15 of Daniel Walker and the 45 of Ryan Apt, kind of hugging the wall a little bit here. They're starting to go out a little single file here. It's kind of starting to kind of form a train almost. Like, oh, here comes the 2 Paul Menard cars. So that is your halfway leader trying to retake the lead. Brian Cox has the advantage. He's got the momentum. He's got 2 cars down there on the bottom that can push him here. If Miranda Nagayan can get something going, he might have a chance. Nagayan on the bottom here. Let's see what she does. And she's going to try and take it from Cox. But she's up there with her teammate of Ryan Hill. Let's see what they do now. Helicopter view is probably going to be the best one for this one. Miranda Nagayan right in the middle of that 3 wide there between Paul Rivera and Brian Cox. Now they're 2x2 as Cox starts to slip back toward the middle of the top 10 there. And the Joe Gibbs cars. We got 3 Joe Gibbs cars fighting for the lead now. Well, we got an entire set of Toyota. No, we don't. Sorry. Those Joe Gibbs cars are the only ones that are Toyota's fighting for the lead right now. But we got some of those Potter Racing entries fighting now. It's going to be the 57 of Hayden Benning and the 77 of Travis Creighton now battling for the top spot here. Lap 27. We're coming to 10 laps to go here very shortly. And the question is Ryan Hill going to be able to hold on to the lead here for the next 14 or so laps? We're just going to have to see. But here comes on the bottom, the 19 of Paul Rivera. Rivera trying to get a run from one of the Potter cars. It's not working. The 19 barely has any help, but he does have the advantage of being on the bottom side. The bottom side is very useful here. 3 wide toward the center of the pack here. This is going to be a lot of trouble here shortly. If they try and go 4 wide, you might see a big one here, but these drivers have been able to hold it together most of this race. I doubt we're really going to see a yellow here. 3 wide for first place here. 2 Joe Gibbs cars, 1 Potter car. That's Travis Creighton battling for the lead. He's being pushed by the 5 of Nicholas Uppelman. Let's see from Uppelman's view here. I want to see him push here. You're on board with Nicholas Uppelman. I'm starting to get really nervous now seeing those drivers now starting to get 3 wide up toward the front. The 77 getting a little squirrely there. 3 by 3 by 3 by 3 by 3 here in Daytona. We're coming down to the dying stages of this race. These drivers are starting to get more aggressive, and they're going to be fighting and clawing for every position they can get. The Wild family racing entry starting to get toward the back a little bit more. Unfortunately, we're still seeing Jake Wild in the back of the pack here. Hopefully, that's not going to be a theme for the entire season for that number 3 entry. That number 3 does not deserve to be in the back for obvious reasons. We are not going to tarnish our Lord and Savior Dale Earnhardt like that. And coming down onto the bottom now is going to be the 4 of Rick Taylor. He's been up there most of the race. That MasterCard Chevy has been doing a masterful job for the cheap pun, I suppose. But he's going to be up on the top side, moving back up to the top. Here comes the 85, the Golden Gate entry, Carter Brown. Now moving to the bottom side, he's got the lead. 10 laps to go here in Daytona once they cross the line. And it'll be Brown leading lap 30. No, it won't. It'll actually be the 4. But it was a very close margin. I don't even think. So, hold on. 10th, 100th. I think that was thousandths of a second. So, that's just incredible. But that MasterCard Chevy has a bit of a comfortable lead. He's got 3 drivers behind him. Whether or not he's going to pull Joey Logano is to be determined. Or not a Joey Logano, but rather... But Brad... Which Penske car threw that late block last year? I forgot. It's a Chevy, so it's not like it matters, but... But the two Toyotas, their teammates, Sheldon Gatineau and Alex McCumber now up to the front. McCumber is fighting for second place now, but he's got absolutely no help unless Brown can get up there in the middle and help him out just a little bit. Going to go on board with Carter Brown. Trying to get past Tracy Bennett now. He just got past that 48 car. They're 3 by 3 still. Oh, we got contact. We got one around. One of the Paul Menard cars. Rex coming into pit road. We got damage. Caution is out here at Daytona. Oh, that is a 2019 Daytona 500 move if I've ever seen one. And unfortunately, it takes out Dennis Key. And it also takes out Brian Cox. They've both had very very good races tonight. And unfortunately, just a little too quick coming into the into the pits there. But it looks like they might be able to salvage their race. Nope, the number 79 is out of the race, so he's our first DNF of the series history. The caution is out here in Daytona, and I want to take a look at what happened. And that changes everything here at the Daytona International Speedway. I want to see what happened. And that's serious damage to the rear of that 33 car. Very bad news for him. Let's take a look at what happened to Brian Cox in that wreck. So they're going to be coming down pit road. Okay, this is it right here. This is it right here. I want to see what happens. So TV1 is probably going to be our best camera view. Oh, I see what happened. He got spun by the Coinbase car. So he got spun by Daniel Van Heuly trying to come down pit road, and it just led to a chain reaction. That's just horrible luck, though. Hold on. Try and see what happened. Van Heuly spins him. And then here comes... Oh, that's just horrible luck for the 79. Dennis Key had nowhere to go. He was just right in the middle of all that. He was just a sitting duck. We're going to go on board with Van Heuly. Sorry. I'm sorry, that was not Van Heuly's view. So I think he should be coming into the pits here shortly. I'm trying to find where... Oh, that's why we're looking at Gatineau's view. I'm stupid. So this is Van Heuly's view. You're on board with Van Heuly. And we're going to go on board with the view of the 33. And the final view I want to take a look at is the 79 now. That is Dennis Key. Let's go on board with him. So Dennis Key is out of the race, and it kind of makes me wonder why he didn't just... It kind of makes me wonder why he didn't just try... Oh, I don't know. It looks like he had a lot... He was going pretty slow. I don't know why he couldn't avoid the wreck, but... Drew Foster is currently your leader here at Daytona. You might be restarting with a handful of laps to go. Your top three here at Daytona after that caution is Drew Foster, Alex McCumber, Jesus Gonzalez, with the remaining Paul Menard car of James Garcia, Miranda Nagayan, Greg Ramirez, Byron Martin, Hayden Benning, Daniel Walker, and rounding out that top 10 will be Darren Claw. So very good race. Sorry, it was a pretty clean race up to this point. We're skipping ahead to the... I'm trying to go on board to see. Oh, God, they're not even on the back straightaway. So the 79 remains the only retirement of the race, so that's very surprising. The 33 won't be as competitive anymore. I kind of want to go on board with that 33 car. Okay, so it looks like his front is still okay. It's just that his rear is just messed up. So, I don't know. Maybe he will be competitive. I don't know. The engine, it just depends. Is it going to impact... Is that rear being bent in going to impact his aero is going to be the question. But surprisingly, after those pit stops, he is still not last place, which is actually pretty good for him, I suppose. But his teammate up there in third, he'll be battling for the race win. We'll be restarting with 4 laps to go here in Daytona. The next caution will end the race. And that will be all she wrote for this round. And the pace car making the hard left turn in the pit road here. And the Geico restart zone. Green flag back in the air here in Daytona. Getting us back underway with the 47 of Drew Foster. He's led by Gonzalez, and he is also being led by Garcia. And now here they are starting to bunch back up 2 by 2. And we got a race to the finish now, ladies and gentlemen. Drew Foster still holding on. He's making that top side work, but here comes the 27. He's going to make a move down on the bottom. He's being pushed by the 20 of Greg Ramirez. That new era 20 is really pushing him here. And here they are, 3 wide here with 3 laps to go. Something tells me they're going to try and take it 4 wide. I'm not entirely sure. And if they do, that's probably not the best idea. It's been a very entertaining race up to this point. Down on the bottom. There's a train behind him. You can still see the skid marks from that last incident. I like that. 2 laps to go here in Daytona. And he's going to try and get down on the bottom if the 7 doesn't make a move. Darren Claw, here he comes. And Greg Ramirez on the side here. And he's being pushed. Only time will tell. But here we are, coming to the white. Here's your Budweiser, 1 to go here from Daytona. And we're going to see who's going to be the very first winner in series history. And here comes Darren Claw being pushed on the outside. Here's the Joe Gibbs car. Ramirez, he's holding on. He's holding on. He's got the bottom side. They're going to get a run coming off the final corner. He's going to move to the middle side. Darren Claw, he's done it. Claw is going to win at Daytona. And the Motul Brakes Toyota wins the Motul Brakes 300. Not rigged, I promise. What a race for the 7. And there is nothing like it. We're getting a win here at Daytona. No matter what level. These drivers have fought long and hard. And here are the official standings here, presented by Xfinity. If you don't mind. Okay, good. I exported it. Good. And replay so I can make a radioactive out of this. Well, what a race. And these results are basically going to be your season standings. Drew Claw ends up winning the race. And finishing second is... Sorry, finishing second is Michael Brewer getting one for Potter Racing. That's very surprising. Greg Ramirez finishing third. Nicholas Uffelman finishing fourth, and Ryan Hill rounding out the top 5 for Joe Gibbs Racing. And a very surprising 6th place finish, the Bengali driver driving the number 21 car, the Bengali Chaudhuri Bhattacharya, in the Bet MGM Ford Fusion for Wood Brothers, has finished 6th, along with Travis Creighton finishing in 7th, and Sam Fitzgerald 8th, Drew Foster 9th, and Tracy Bennett in 10th. And, of course, nobody went a lap down, but we do have a retirement. That was the 79 of Dennis Key, who wrecked out late in the race. And on top of that, what an incredible race here. And we hope you'll join us next time. The next round will be to be determined. I haven't made a schedule. But you can check out details on our website, which will be posted on our YouTube channel here very shortly. And, of course, that is it for me with the Prodigy Racing Network. This is Nicholas Koskinen, your head commentator for today's race. We'll see you in the next race. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you in the next one.